Hey, all you beautiful people. I am laying down, relaxing in my garden. Megan bought a cot. So, it is a nice place to sit in the garden and just kind of look over all that is my garden at the moment, which honestly, like, the wild mustard is kind of still taking over. That's a lot of it. But I'm actually thinking about trying to harvest the mustard seeds and maybe try to make some homemade mustard out of it. I read that you can do that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research before I ink it all out. It will come out eventually. But I was like, it might be kind of fun to make some mustard from this before I rip it all out. So we actually just took some grass that was growing pretty long and chucked it over in by the goats and the chickens, and they're enjoying the greens. So you might notice that there's not much green in there, and there's a whole lot of it over here. And the reason for that is, like, this whole area that's brown was actually underneath blackberry bushes at this time last year. Actually, it was underneath blackberry bushes until, like, I don't know, 6 months ago. And you can see we still have our burn pile here that's got to get taken care of. We did put a fence up along the blackberry bushes over there so that the goats couldn't get through to our neighbor's yard, because we originally didn't have a fence here. But our neighbors went ahead and replaced that fence. They're super awesome, and he's a really handy guy, and he did the work himself. He did a good job. So it was really cool that he was able to get that put up and taken care of. And so now we just have to get that temporary fence down so that the goats can go ahead and eat all the leaves off the blackberries, which they've already been trying to do through the fence. But they really love them. They absolutely adore them. And then we've talked about getting one of those, like, stake things that you can twist into the ground that you can tie your dogs off to. Not that we would leave it on one spot, but we thought it might be kind of nice to occasionally let the goats come into the garden area, obviously when there's not, like, big things growing where they could reach it. And they would have to be supervised in here for sure, because that is a giant lilac bush. And for those of you who don't know, lilacs are actually poisonous to goats. So that's part of the reason why I have this, like, double fenced, and why we're reinforcing this fence here. Not that they have gotten through this fence, but we're going to reinforce it. We got more pallets over there. So we should have enough to start the fencing project in the next couple days, and get it all switched over so it's more sturdy and harder for them to get through. We are going to make a couple changes to the way the fence runs. Like this metal fence, we're going to actually bury part of it down, just so they can't get under the fence at all. And then, yeah, we're going to have the pallets on there. It'll be pretty nice. It'll help deter them from getting into the garden. And I don't obviously want them eating my crops, but even more than that, I'm worried about that lilac bush right there, and that could be like a big health issue for them if they got out. And goats don't really have like a, hey, don't eat that kind of thing. Like even the chickens, if I throw the chickens something that they're not supposed to have, like if onions accidentally make it out there or something, they won't eat onions. By the way, chickens can't eat onions. Did you know that? I didn't. But they won't eat it. Chickens are pretty smart in that way, and they have like a filter with it. I mean, they will eat it if they're out, like, absolutely starving. But so long as they have other food, they don't go for things that will make them sick. Goats, on the other hand, they don't have that filter. They will eat just about anything. Like, as you can tell by the fact that they're eating grass and loving their little lives right now. We've got the chickens coming over here to say hello and get a drink. So this hose drips, and I had all this water that was collecting on the ground. And I decided, why not put a bucket under it and let it drip? So that's what we did. They do have fresh water. Like, the chickens have fresh water near their coop. They have 3 waters now because I just picked another one up. And then the goats have fresh water in their barn as well. But I like to have this out here as like water for them to all drink from the pasture. It's just convenient and nice for all of them to get to. Plus it stays nice and fresh and cool through the day. So especially on days like today where it's really warm, it's actually in the 80s right now. It helps keep them cool. We also pick this up at Bring. If you saw my video, I think it was two or three videos ago, you can see that I went to Bring Recycling Center and I was considering getting some of these dog kennels to put out in the pasture as shade for the goats. Now they do have a ton of shade. Like this whole part of the pasture is shaded from this giant sequoia we have. So it wasn't necessarily like, oh, they need more shade because they don't have any. It was just, okay, this might be kind of a cool place for them to hide in, and also like the babies can climb on it and stuff. So pick that up for, well, it was originally marked for $30. The guy gave me 20% off though, which was really cool. So
it didn't have the door.
Yeah, it didn't have the door on it, and I didn't need the door anyways. I was just using it for them to hang out in the pasture in, but yeah, it worked out pretty nice.
I know, it's hot. If you get some water, it'll be cool.
You see, our chickens are loving the grass that I threw into them too. We're hoping to get some seed in there and have it grow and germinate. I'm a little curious how that's going to work with the chickens. I might need to actually lock them up in their run once I extend it and leave them in there for a week or so. Hopefully we can get some. I want to get like clover or something. I don't want to put grass seed in there if I can help it. I don't like growing grass if I can help it. I'd much rather grow something that's going to be better, more beneficial. Do you have a Dixie?
Yeah.
Drake found himself a Dixie. Don't sway her back and forth like that. She's not going to like you.
Sorry, Dixie.
Dixie loves pets. And she loves to be held. Swaying though, maybe not so much. And there's an eclipse. Hi, baby girl.
Rain's off in the field eating grass.
You're eating my fenders. I don't have food for you. Everything is food to her. She's probably the worst at that, actually.
Because she's a bottle baby.
Oh. I hear an egg song. One of our lovely chickens has laid us an egg. That's usually the little song they sing us when they're done.
It's one of the orphan things. Henrietta.
And Henrietta's laying an egg? I thought she already laid today.
I don't know. I found 2 eggs.
Maybe it was Dixie.
3. Drake found 2. And 2 of them were the blue eggs. So
We're gonna have a lot of eggs.
someone's here.
Is Grandma back?
Possibly.
Troy's mom went on a little trip, so she may be back. And if that's the case, I'm gonna have to end the video because I gotta go talk to her about a couple things. But
Did you tell them about my cot?
yes, I did. I started the video laying down on it. It's very nice, and we keep it over here so that the animals don't poop on it, and it's kind of nice because we can sit here next to the fence and they can feel like they're loved and appreciated. They're just throwing around grass now.
Petra, why are you being a butthead?
Petra's like, I'm just gonna check this around a little bit here and there. Plus, it's a nice place to come sit and not get climbed on, right, Megan?
Yep. Seems how I've spent most of my time out here on the cot since I got it.
It's nice. It's a nice day. It's beautiful outside. It's great.
Very warm earlier, but that's because I was like out actually in the sun and not hiding in the shade. So I had to take care of the animals. So I was like walking back and forth through the sun, and I've got this dark shirt on. And yeah, I've got shorts and this short sleeve, but it's still hot because dark clothes.
It is definitely a warm day today. So we strung a rope up here, and we were trying to see if it would support the weight of a swing, and we have determined that we do need to cut off a few branches from the tree. But Megan said that she wants to buy a swing.
I'm buying a swing.
And she's going to put it up, and then she's going to let me sit in it sometimes because she's nice.
Well, because the one I'm getting can hold up to 700 pounds, and not like a kiddie swing that can only hold like maybe 150.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it kind of like one of those trampoline swings?
Like the one that Heather's got.
It's like made of a trampoline type material. It's going to be pretty cool, and I'm excited because I want to have lots of places to come out here and sit and survey the land. The only thing I have that's really taken off so far is my garlic. My onions, it looks like some of them are starting to poke up after I planted them. I was kind of worried that we lost them, to be honest with you, but they seem like they're doing okay. And then I just got to get my trellises up and everything, so we'll see what happens with that. Is Grandma back?
No.
Oh, who were they barking at? Neighbors? Must have been the neighbors. They bark at everything. Rogelio has something to say too.
Did you introduce the new chickens?
I did not introduce the new chickens yet. Should probably do that. I mean, I think that they made a debut when they were still shop chicks, but
I came out.
I think I'm gonna have to do that in my next video though, because guys, my phone is actively dying. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. We will definitely do a new video, another video soon, and we will see you next time. Bye.